Hello, welcome to today's answer in 5. I'm in the lab making some bread, trying again and continuing the chickpea experiment I am working on. And we're almost done here, so give me a second. Let me get this out. Alright, I'm gonna put you on here so that you can see what we are doing. Alright. So, hope you had a great holiday weekend. And the test today, I'm gonna try out a strong high protein flour, which is about 14%, and substitute it 30% with chickpea flour. So this is a 1 kilo dough. Very nice, as you can see. Very firm, nice and strong. I'm gonna give it an overnight fermentation. Then I'm gonna do one with chickpea flour from Nutriati. Sorry. Have the water and 30% chickpea flour. I wanted to understand the baking profile a bit more. Then we are going to answer some questions today. If we have time to do 2 questions, if not, we'll just do one. First one is from the calcium phosphate page. Can this additive affect the action of sodium bicarb in the formulation of a cake? And yes, if you read the page closely, it is a leavening acid. Calcium phosphate will react with sodium bicarbonate in the formula. Will it have an effect? Yes, it will have an effect because it's a leavening acid. It's also a very slow acting leavening acid, and most of the time it's used in single acting baking powders. And if you have to go into more specific in answering these kind of questions and getting these questions answered, you really need to reach out to our team, go to our consulting page, and we will get Barbara Heidoff on this case for you. And she can determine on where, why, and how to use calcium phosphate. Alright? When you start asking questions on the leavening acid and the base kind of combination, that's when you really need to bring in an expert like Barbara Heidoff. Next question. So on the SAPP page, what causes layer cake to have bubbles on the surface? I know the reaction between sodium bicarb and SAPP may cause this, but I would like to know if it's possible to eliminate this problem of adjusting the zone temperature of oven or changing the amount of these 2 ingredients. So off the top of my head, no. Bubbles on the top of the surface of cakes is not caused by it's not caused by basic acid and base reaction. It's caused by the lack of viscosity of your batter. So if you learn a little bit more about bubble science and why bubble coalesce and why bubble rise up to the surface, it's because the viscosity of the batter, therefore your chlorinated flour, your gums, or your emulsifiers, or your wheat starches or pre-gel starch are not in balance, and therefore it's too fluid, and there creates surface tension, kind of issue, and that's why, you know, emulsifiers are so important. So basically, surface tension issues, viscosity issues would create bubbles on the surface of the cake. To prevent this, you need to use emulsifiers like PGMEs, or use cake flour, which is chlorinated flour. That's going to help with the viscosity of the batter, especially at higher temperatures. And then look into other things like wheat starch or pre-gel starch to really maintain a balanced system. So I will go into answering this question in more detailed sense in my next Ask Dr. Lin episode, because there's so many components contributing to the viscosity that it's just hard to say, oh, it's an emulsifier problem, or oh, it's a cake flour problem, oh, it's not a leavening acid problem. You know, there are a lot of issues when it comes to finding bubbles on the surface of anything. So there is one more SAPP question, which is really easy to answer, so I'll just answer it, even though I've gone beyond my answering 5 today. I have a leavening agent that consists of SAPP, sodium bicarb,